Hey guys, welcome to another player unboxing. Now today we've got a pretty big case. I'm actually just going to check that this is kind of all in screen. Yeah, I think that looks about right. You'll have to excuse me, I've kind of moved to a new studio, and I'm still kind of trying to work out spacing and stuff. But today I'm looking at what is this? The Raijintek. See, this is how unboxing these are. These literally just arrived. Aeneas. Aeneas? Whatever that says. We're looking at a Raijintek case. Following the theme of kind of what we've been unboxing, it is actually a white case again. So, overclockers, thank you for sending me 2 white cases. This is a very, very big case. In my reviews, I kind of don't care too much about packaging. I know that some reviewers, they go on and on and on and on about packaging. I just want to see what the product looks like. Is it good or not? You know, it's arrived in one piece. Overclockers actually use a really good courier, which is unusual for kind of... Wow. Now this thing is pretty big. I mean, it is an mATX tower. Just gonna get my little screw box out. These are really handy for all those people building. Just a little pot to keep screws in. So the first observation I want to make is that these are, I don't know, they're not quite see-through, but they are. Under some light. Don't know if you can see that, but they're slightly tinted. It's an odd tint. I couldn't really put a colour on that, to be honest. So, you know, first things first, we've got this huge mesh area, which is obviously for ventilation. At the top, we have kind of these power buttons. Got a reset button, obviously, and we have these USB ports. Now on the inside of the case, we have a user manual, what would appear to be some sort of, oh, that's awesome. So we've got a magnetic kind of power supply thingy-majiggy, dust protector, which is quite nice. So I'm just going to give you a little kind of show inside the case. Now at the bottom we have 4 hard drive cages for 3.5-inch drives, and you'll notice straight away, just get that out of the way, obviously the power supply sits back here. We've got, it's quite nice, they've put a 120mm, so 140mm fan. Definitely looks bigger than 120mm. I can't really tell from this angle. You've got this fan which ventilates this bottom compartment, which is quite nice to see. I mean, I like my hard drives to be well kind of cooled, and that's nice to see. A lot of manufacturers, they kind of forget about these things. And this is my first mid tower that's actually got like a flat kind of motherboard tray, which obviously has its advantages and the fact that you can basically just stack and stack and stack. Now this is quite a large case, I must admit, being the kind of the ITX guy at Player. Now moving into this sort of stuff, it is very very intimidating, I'd say at first. But I do love Raijintek. They make some awesome cases. I mean, I loved the Metis. It's like one of my all-time favourite cases. If you're in the market for an ITX case, that is one really good case. Now I just actually want to take a moment to really talk about these panels. They are so sturdy, a little bit of flex, but that's fine. And they've got this gorgeous powder coating on them. I don't know how well my camera's going to bring that out, but they look utterly amazing. Very often when you get panels from kind of manufacturers and stuff, sometimes they don't finish them properly, or you get imperfections, which is always something to look for with the odd colours. And it comes out a lot more easy on white, to be honest. So yeah, that all out the way. Just going to flip this around and we can see the other side of the case again. That's where your power supply goes. You've got some rear access to your hard drives without even having to open them. Yeah, I'm just going to take off the top panel if I can work out how. Or the top panel. It's moments like these. I've snapped so many cases in the past by simply not reading the manual and pulling first, asking questions later. Now, in regards to removing the... Yeah, they don't actually give any instructions on that. Do. You must be able to take these off. Trust me when I say I've broken a few cases by simply forgetting to check those small details. Now what's quite interesting about this case is looking at this, we've got on the inside, if you can see these light strips by the looks of them. Again, this is like an unboxing, but these are powered by a 3.5mm, a 3-pin fan connector. And we've got this mesh which actually already has kind of dust protection filters in it, which is great to see. Just going to put that aside for a second. So, I'm quite impressed. I mean, I haven't actually looked at the price of this case yet. I don't like to do that in my unboxings, because I don't like to come in with a really biased opinion where I'm like, ooh, it's so expensive. I like to get a feel for the product. Now this top panel is going to be, I think, a little trickier to come off. It actually appears to be riveted in, which is odd. Surely not. Oh, I see. So we can't take the top of the case off, apparently. I think that is literally all riveted in. But the kind of production value of this case is incredible. Like, the finish is great. With some cheaper kind of powder coated cases, they're just awful. So again, we can install fans at the top, which is really nice, or whatever you want to stick there for that matter. I'm pretty sure you can put fans there. One thing Raijintek do need to work on is their manuals. They are a little bit kind of blasé, not much given, but I imagine you could stick something up at the top. It doesn't have kind of the conventional mountings, but that's fine. Bit of an odd one, that. But I'll leave that for the moment. Something to touch on in my review. But the first thing that I'm kind of noticing about this case is they've really thought about a lot of the things. I mean, here we have an additional mesh dust filter. Pre-installed on this case is 4 fans. With, if those top ones are actually fan mounts, you can install an additional 2 fans. And there's enough space at the front of this case to put a really beefy rad. And I mean, you could even mod that to put like a 200mm fan there, which I imagine what these holes are for. But yeah, all in all, a really interesting case. I'm looking forward to kind of testing it. I'm going to leave that review here, or this unboxing here. But thank you very much, Overclockers, for sending me this case. Yeah, I think that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys.